Jordan Sather, reporting for duty. I need some sort of tagline. Anyway, another video here because, man, we've got a lot to talk about. I want to discuss NASA, that Mars landing. I want to discuss Antarctica, always a fun topic. I want to discuss genetically engineered mosquitoes. What? Yeah, we'll discuss that and a few other things, of course. But to begin, we've got some funny stuff from Donald Trump himself. Yes, Trumpy Trump triggering people as he does so well. It's fantastic. It's beautiful to see. He shared this meme just this morning, and it says, "Now that the Russia collusion is a proven lie, where do the trials for treason begin?" And you can see in this meme, we've got all those bad actors behind bars. Donald Trump sharing this meme, really going on the offensive. And this is triggering a lot of people, making a lot of people laugh, myself included. It's fantastic to see, actually, but triggering a lot of other people who don't quite get it yet. But this is fantastic. He's literally signaling treason here. Treason trials for all these guys. Obama, Clinton, John Podesta, Holder, Bill Clinton, Lynch, Comey. Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. And this is lighting a fire in a lot of people. You can see the Daily Beast really quick to try to discredit it, try to smear Donald Trump for this. The Daily Beast, literally within like 30 minutes of Donald Trump sharing this meme, they're saying Trump shares what they're calling a crazy image of Obama, Clinton's Mueller, and others behind bars. They really rushed this one out to try to cover ass about all of this, but man, it's good. And really, with Trump sharing this meme, I mean, he wouldn't be sharing that if there wasn't something coming down the pipeline. You can bet your ass that's the case. So, treason trials, I'm ready. And then not only that, but the other day, Trump proposes a worldwide truth network to counter CNN's unfair and false reporting. So, as Zero Hedge writes here, CNN actually has quite the ratings outside of this country. CNN's ratings in America suck. They're terrible. But outside of America, CNN has quite the influence. So Donald Trump taking to Twitter to talk about that and to say that we need basically a worldwide network to show the world the way we really are. Great. And a lot of people, of course, again, were triggered by this, saying, oh, a state-run news agency. What do you want to be, North Korea or China or something like that? No, that's not the case at all. We already have media everywhere that sucks ass. That's why people like myself have to come on frickin' YouTube to tell people about the real state of things. So I'm all for a sort of White House-approved worldwide network. And pick me, Trump. I'm here. I'm ready. I'll sign up. And actually, I found later on in this Zero Hedge article something that was very important I want to make note of. It says right here, as one reporter pointed out, Trump's tweets were published while he was speaking to a gaggle of reporters in Washington. This means that either these tweets are sent by a staffer with an eerily similar style of writing to Trump, or the president has started scheduling his tweets to maximize their potential for distraction. So this is showing you that Trump's tweets might not even be written by him. And I would not be surprised. I think some are, yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if many are not. And it goes to note, a lot of these misspellings in his tweets, a lot of these little things that people like to shit on Trump for are, in fact, all very planned, very purposeful, coded messages. And many of these tweets might not even be written by him. Again, we have a load of military generals, Q team, around Trump. And every single little thing they're doing is planned multiple levels in advance. So, interesting. Trump's tweets being tweeted while he's talking to other people. So, his Twitter account is really used for so much more than just tweeting. Now let's get into NASA. So NASA yesterday landing their Mars rover on Mars. This was causing quite a stir in a lot of people. A lot of people were celebrating. Elon Musk even saying there's a 70% probability that he will go to Mars after recent SpaceX breakthroughs. What do I want to say about that? I don't want to take away from these people at NASA because many of them are fairly brilliant individuals. They're working very hard on these projects and their life is invested in them. I don't want to take that away from them. But I will be real here. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with a bucket of scrap metal getting landed on Mars using decades old. I mean, our grandpas, our great-grandpas' technologies, still using jet fuel, still using technologies like this, right? If you follow my work, you know I talk a lot about black projects, secret space programs, and the technologies obtained within them. That's what I want released to the public. That's innovation right there. We're not getting anywhere with shit that still runs on jet fuel, right? With these NASA and SpaceX technologies. You got to understand, NASA and SpaceX, they're just smoke screens. It's like a divide and conquer game right there. Yes, one is public, one is private, but they're both still using rockets. They're both still using jet fuel. They're both not actually using the electrogravitic sciences and technologies and developments that have been done in the black projects for decades, right? That's what we need disclosed to the public. We need those sciences, those technologies, anti-gravity, zero-point energy, zero-point propulsion technologies, and so much more that they've already developed with trillions and trillions of black budget funds. So there's my rant for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on to Donald Trump again, but still on the topic of space. Trump touting the Mars landing and the Space Force at the Mississippi rally. This rally that he did 2 days ago, 26th, it's 28th now. So it is rally a couple days ago. He was touting the NASA landing. Of course, he has to, but taking a minute to talk about the Space Force. And that's exactly why the Space Force was created. I'll reiterate it again here. The Space Force was created to gain access to these secret space programs, the technology in them, the science in them, the billions and billions and trillions of dollars that have been swiped basically from the DoD budget and funneled into these projects. The Space Force was created to gain access to them and then begin the process of disclosing them to the public. And this is a massive thing because it's literally going to make us rewrite all of our physics books. All of our physics books, the fundamentals of what we think we know about our physical universe are wrong. And not just that, but what we think we know about space, what we think about we know about technological advancement on a mass scale is also very wrong. We're going to need some unlearning and relearning, quite a bit of that. So I'm excited. To see what comes of that. And then Antarctica, let's talk about that for a minute. So speaking of unlearning and relearning, Antarctica, a lot of stuff to discuss there. I've done videos on it. Make a little card pop up if you want to watch them. And a lot of theories, a lot of ideas, speculation out there about Antarctica. Basically, what Antarctica is all about is ancient civilizations under the ice. So Antarctica used to be an ice-free continent before last pole shift, and many ideas is that could be Atlantis, could be some other form of ancient civilization, whatever you want to label it as. Ancient ruins of that under the ice. Not just that, but we have the Nazis. The Nazis were exploring Antarctica back in the 30s and 40s, and they went to develop it out as whistleblower testimony and corroboratory evidence has shown that there probably is deep state research and development black projects down there under the ice in Antarctica, you know? So let's take a look at this headline. Now that I've given you that short background, Antarctica, scientists discover graveyard of dead continents beneath the ice. Woo, that's quite a headline. And this article just goes on to talk about how a satellite has been basically looking under the ice and looking at the tectonic plate movement, and it's a lot richer of Earth than they once thought it to believe. But really, what I would just want to make note of is this headline, because this is a really weird headline, especially if you have that background that I just briefly mentioned to you, but understand more about Antarctica, the hidden history of it. Wow, scientists discover graveyard of dead continents beneath the ice. I think there's a graveyard of dead other things beneath the ice there, and they are definitely prepping us to learn about it, prepping us with headlines like this. Interesting. Okay, let's move on. Just want to make a shout out to a sponsor of this YouTube channel, Noble Gold Investments. They're a fantastic American-based company that helps you invest your money into precious metals, which are a much better investment, actually, than the stock market. And they also have these neat commemorative coins. They have a Trump coin, commemorative Trump coin that touts his economic accomplishments. And they also have some rare historical coins as well. These make great stocking stuffers, great Christmas gifts. There'll be a link in the description down below where you can go pick up a coin and check out Noble Gold. All right, let's move on into talking about a couple other things. Let's get into that topic of genetically engineered mosquitoes. Yeah, what the heck? That doesn't sound good, because it's not. Thousands of genetically modified mosquitoes are to be released in Burkina Faso. It's a little country right there in Central Africa, as a step towards the world's first field test. Worst field test. Little Freudian slip there. World's first field test of gene drive technology. And this scares me. Check it out. The trial, which has been funded by organizations linked to the Gates Foundation and Facebook, and indirectly, probably some bad actors within the military-industrial complex. That's not good. The Gates Foundation, God, everything they touch is eugenics, right? Facebook too, I'm sure. I don't like those investors. And also, genetically modified mosquitoes, I don't think anything can go right. What can go wrong? Everything in something like that. And I'll also make a mention here, why was an anti-genetically modified mosquito activist found dead in Washington, D.C. earlier this year? This was back in April. The woman's name was Mila de May, if I'm getting that right. Probably not, but she was 45 years old. She was found floating in a swimming pool at her hotel in Washington, D.C. This woman was from Florida. She campaigned against the release of genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida. She campaigned successfully. They did not release them, but then she went to Washington, D.C. to lobby the EPA against the release of more genetically engineered mosquitoes. She was found dead, face down, floating in a pool. They attributed it to suicide, but you're found floating in a pool and you're a real good swimmer. No, that's not suicide. Why was she killed? Who killed her? Reconcile that. There's a lot more to genetically engineered programs, whether it's mosquitoes or food, than we're led to believe, right? That's why I'm so passionate about genetically engineered food and pretty much anything genetically engineered. It's not good. It's not good at all. Humans messing with nature? Nature knows what it's doing. It's our bad habits that are bringing us away from nature. We need to get back to nature, not through this bullshit science, what they claim as science that, the cabal is trying to bring forth. But speaking of gene editing, let's talk about that gene-edited baby. Gene-edited baby claim by Chinese scientists sparks outrage. Yeah, I'm for that outrage. Gene-edited humans. As if food and mosquitoes weren't bad enough. Genetically engineered babies. Yeah, I'll pass. Actually, I truly wonder, in all those deep underground military bases, hundreds of them around America and thousands around the world, how many genetically engineered, whether it's a human and an animal hybrid or even a human and extraterrestrial DNA chimera hybrid, how many of these experiments have been done by the cabal, right? Those really dark programs that they have underground. Yeah, that's a deep rabbit hole right there. Won't get into that anymore. All right, last topic I want to discuss with you guys. Vaccines. Reggie Bush, running back, NFL. Reggie Bush pushes what Yahoo is claiming to be disinformation about vaccines in Twitter conversation. Wow, an athlete earning my respect here. Reggie Bush wasn't even pushing disinformation, just asking questions in this tweet right here. I've been reading and watching videos on flu vaccines and other vaccines for kids and the dangers of them and the side effects. What do you guys think about that stuff? Are you for it or against it? See, he's just saying, I've been watching stuff, I've been questioning. What do you guys think? Really honest, really courageous, actually. Takes much more courage to mentally stand out like that than take a physical hit in the NFL. Man, that takes courage. Not only that, but he's just questioning. He's just easily breaching the subject there. But Yahoo pushes disinformation about vaccines, trying to throw a bunch of shade on him. Props to Reggie Bush for that. And speaking of vaccines, Newsweek here saying, researchers say a new Alzheimer's vaccine may delay dementia by 5 years with no side effects. Another thing I'm calling bullshit on, a vaccine for Alzheimer's. No. Actually, vaccines are one of the leading causes of Alzheimer's. Look into aluminum toxicity. Aluminum, potent neurotoxin, especially when aluminum combines with fluoride, then it's really dangerous. But aluminum, look at aluminum's causation in regards to Alzheimer's, right? Vaccines. Vaccines are a massive source of aluminum in our bodies, toxifying us. And it's not just aluminum we're eating, it's injecting. Injecting aluminum is far worse than eating it. So an Alzheimer's vaccine, wow, that's like truly backwards world 101 right there. Totally backwards. Vaccines actually cause Alzheimer's. The cabal trying to tell us that vaccines are going to prevent Alzheimer's. Like, what? I don't even understand. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. Thank you guys. Watching video number 2 today. These are fun. These are fun to do once I get into the routine. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking that little notification bell, whether they notify you or not. And thank you for following me on my other social media accounts. Going to plug them again here. Twitter, go check it out. Instagram, go follow me there. Facebook, go friend me, follow me there. Gab, going to get started on Gab a little bit more. Minds.com, one I will also be starting up is Minds.com. And then thank you for all of you supporting me on Patreon. Much love. I do exclusive live chats and then exclusive giveaways on Patreon. So go subscribe there, whatever dollar amount. I just appreciate you for doing so. And then you get access to all of that content. Thank you again. I'll be talking to you soon. Done.